Bismillah Rahman Rahim. Today I will present part 7 of the series Science and the Holy Quran. So we will start with chapter 30, Surah Rum. Bismillah Rahman Rahim. Verse 8. So Bismillah Rahman Rahim. Avalam yatafakkaru fi anfusihim ma khalaqallahu samawati wal arda وما بينهما إلا بالحق وأجل مسمى وإن كثيرا من الناس بلقاء ربهم لا كافرون. Its translation is, have they not pondered upon that Allah created sky and earth and whatever is in between according to a plan, and all these have a limited lifespan. And there are many who do not believe that they will be meeting Allah one day. So here the point I want to stress is that, and all these have a limited lifespan. The Holy Quran stated more than 1400 years ago that this universe is not forever. It will end one day. So only Allah could reveal this information because the persons who were living at that time, they knew that the sun and moon, etc., were ever since they have heard about them, and they will remain so. I mean, they are a permanent feature. So the no human at that time had the remotest idea about the heavenly bodies, other heavenly bodies except sun, moon, and visible stars. So Allah says that this universe has not come into being at random. There was a plan, and that plan is mentioned in this surah. And that is the universe was created. It has a creator, it has a limit, and a time will come when it will be destroyed. Now let us see what modern science says about this, the existence of the universe. So the accepted theory now that is the Big Bang theory. It says that the universe was created around 13.8 billion years ago. So it did not exist before this time. So this confirms that the universe had a beginning. That was 13.8 billion years ago. And by scientific logic, anything that had a beginning will have an end. So we talk about the observable universe, and it is the portion of space from which we can see light that has had time to reach us. It extends 46 billion light years in every direction from us. So its diameter is 92 to 93 billion light years, and the observable universe is centered on us because we are talking about the light which is reaching us. Now, what is the difference between observable universe and universe as a whole? So, universe, we don't know its limits. It seems to be infinite. And the observable universe is that, and that we have some connection with an element of this observable universe. For example, if a star is very far, about say 46 billion light years, its light started then, but now we can see its light, so we have a connection. So if say it was 50 billion light years away, we are not able to see that star. So that is the difference between observable and observable universe and universe as a whole. So here in this diagram is shown the size of our observable universe in comparison to our universe. So in the center is this observable universe. Okay, now let us move to the next verse, verse 22. وَمِنْ آيَاتِهِ خَلْقُ السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ واختلاف أرض واختلاف ألسناتكم وألوانكم إن في ذلك لآيات للعالمين. Its translation is, among his signs are creation of skies and earth, and humans who have different skin color and speak different languages. Wise persons ponder on these signs. So here it is mentioned that humans who have different skin colors. So, I mean, now we know much more complicated things, but at that time, at the revelation of the Holy Quran, the skin color was the easiest thing to see, and the difference between it could easily be seen. The point to be stressed is that even you say if it is very dark skin, there are shades of dark in different persons or very light skin. Then there are shades of light skin in different persons. No two persons have the same shade of color, of skin color. So now modern science tells us that skin color is determined by a complex combination of genes and environmental factors, primarily melanin production. Those who produce more melanin in their skin look darker in complexion. So here you can see that there these are only a few of different tones of the skin color. There is much more variation as when you look deeply at the skin colors of different people. The exact combination of these genes, which are responsible for this tone of skin color, is known as alleles, and it varies from person to person. And that leads to a wide range of skin tones. Now, it is impossible for two individuals to inherit the same set of alleles, which are responsible for melanin production, which will result in an identical skin color. So, when Allah says that He will continue to produce the different persons and His treasure will never run empty, now we understand the meaning of this statement. Now let us move forward according to modern science. Even if we by naked eye we cannot differentiate between two different tones of two different persons, and they look exactly similar. The modern science confirms that no two persons can be identical, even if they are similar apparently, as many as may be the case with identical twins. Yes, it is very common. In my family also, I have two twin sisters, and when they were children, I could not identify between them. Even now, I have difficulty in discriminating between them. but their finger linings and linings in the iris of the eyes will never match each other. Fingerprints are unique patterns of ridges and grooves on the fingertips formed during fetal development. Human fingerprints are detailed, unique, difficult to alter, and durable over the life of an individual. So that is why they are now used as long-term markers of human identity universally. You all know that. And these are these grooves and ridges, which when we look them very closely at them, you can see that how much complexity is in these patterns. Similarly, the entire iris is distinctive. That is, you can differentiate an iris from other. And what is iris? It is the colored part of the eye, which we see in the center of the eye, and the intricate pattern of ridges, folds, and crypts. It also have these. Within it is unique to each individual, even identical twins. The color, texture, and pattern of each person's iris are as unique as a fingerprint. So here you can see, you look in detail at these five irises, you will see they have different color. You can see that their pattern of ridges is different, their pattern of cones is different. So there is so much complexity due to which we can easily identify two irises from each other. In fact, the iris is much more detailed than fingerprints. It is so specific that a person's iris is unique, not just in the world, in this world, in present world, but in history as well. Even identical twins have different irises. Now, the fingerprints and irises are phenotypic, that is, observable traits. I mean, I can see the fingerprints of some other person. I can look into his or her eyes and try to see the differences. So these are called phenotypic. But when we go further into genetics, we study the genes, there is absolutely no chance that two individuals can be similar because there are thousands of genes and it is impossible that all these thousands of genes are similar. So the basic statement of the Quran in this ayah that no two persons are similar in color. I mean, now we can elaborate it and say yes, no two persons can ever be similar to each other. Now, verse 24. وَمِنْ آيَاتِهِ يُرِيكُمُ الْبَرْقَ خَوْفًا وَطَمَعًا وَيُنَزِّلُ مِنَ السَّمَاءِ مَاءً فَيُحْيِي بِهِ الْأَرْضَ بعد موتها إن في ذلك لآيات لقوم يعقلون. And lightning in the clouds is one of his signs which puts fears in the hearts and also brings hope of rain, which enlivens the dead skin, dead soil, sorry. Wise persons ponder on these signs. Here I am one to stress this point that rain which enlivens the dead soil. So in this ayat, it is clearly said that it is only the rain which is responsible for the fertility of the soil. In fact, it describes the water cycle. So the Holy Quran put light on water cycle more than 1400 years ago. It was more than 1000 years later when Bernard Palissy in 1580 was the first published thinker to assert this point that the rainfall alone was sufficient for the maintenance of rivers and this water cycle. He is often credited as the discoverer of the modern theory of water cycle. But his theories were not uh, accepted immediately, and they were not scientifically tested until 1674. In a study which was attributed to Pierre Perrault. But even after this study, when it confirmed his theories, there were people who did not accept this theory until the 19th century, when everybody has started to believe in water cycle. So what is water cycle? Water cycle, which is also known as hydrologic cycle, describes the continuous movement of water on, above, and below a surface, involving processes like evaporation, condensation, precipitation, and collection. And this is a detailed description of water cycle, but its endpoint is rain from the clouds, which falls on the soil and makes it fertile. That is its endpoint. So this topic is also discussed in Surah Az-Zumar and Surah Hamim As-Sajda, which will be in later vlogs. So in the end, I would want to clarify, because I have these inquiries. People ask that how they can reach my vlogs. It is very simple. Just type Awade Dost Dr. Abdul Haq in this search window, and then this my uh, 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 address will appear. And here you will click, and when you click, then you will reach all my vlogs. You can click on them, you can see them, you can download them. So, thank you very much for your attention and time. My request is to please subscribe. And here, in the end, are given my contacts, email address, my channel URL, my web page, and my WhatsApp number. So thank you very much again for your attention and your time. Allah Hafiz till the next time.